Hey everybody, I'm Becky Adams. Thanks for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I've had a request from several people to keep creating two-page spreads and posting them here on my YouTube channel. So that's what I'm going to do today, is a double-page layout. I'm working with the Moonstruck collection by Pink Paisley. And I have just a few. I don't have the entire collection. I just picked a few of my favorite pieces. I got the thickers, stickers, of course the washi stickers. I thought these cork stickers were really cool with that little bit of gold. I think you can see it there on camera. And then of course I always get the ephemera pack. I really like it seems like there's always a lot in the ephemera packs, and I can always find something to use out of there, if not a lot of the pieces, if not all of them. And then I also picked up these gold doilies. These aren't from the Moonstruck collection. They're from Kaiser Craft, called Lucky Dip. And there are 10 gold doilies in this package, and I thought that they worked perfectly with this collection. So I just wanted to flip through and show you really quickly. I'm sure most of you have seen this collection by Pink Paisley, but you'll notice right off the bat that I have this gorgeous floral paper, and that I did buy several of them. The first time I saw this collection, I knew that I had to have it just because of this floral paper. I thought it was gorgeous, and I knew that I would want to fussy cut a lot of the flowers out. And I also liked the back. So I did get several of those. And then I did get some duplicates of the other ones too, just for the purpose of doing two-page spreads. I really like the same pattern paper on the background. And so I did get I did order 2 of some of the patterns. So those are a few of the pattern papers that I got. And then, as I mentioned earlier, I did order some duplicates of the pattern paper so that I could do double page spreads. And I've got this, I chose this gray and white kind of geometric print. And when I'm doing a two-page spread, I always use a little bit of washi tape and tape those pages together. It just makes it a little bit easier for me to keep everything together and lined up. So I'm going to start with this background of what seems to me to be huge, because most often I work either on 12 by 12 or 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to break it up kind of into smaller pieces to make it seem not quite so daunting for me. First I'll show you the photos that I'm working with today. I am working with 4 photos. One is a 5x7 that I printed in black and white, and then I've got 3 smaller photos. I believe these are printed at 3x5. And these pictures were taken, this one was taken at home before my husband and I left for a holiday party. This is the menu from that party, and then these are just a few snapshots that I took at the party. So I've pre-cut a couple of pattern papers, and I'm wanting them to go across my layout like this. And I want there to be equal distance here on the edges. And if you'll notice, I hope you can see on camera, the seam of my 2 pattern papers are right here. So this blue paper is overlapping, and that's how I want it for right now. I don't, I want to leave it just like that for a minute, and I'll show you later how I kind of pull that together. But I want the menu to go off to the far side here. And then I really want this photo to be front and center. So I'm making it kind of stand out here. And then these 4, I want to be kind of in a grid over here off to the side. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm thinking as far as the basic layout goes with my photos. So I'm going to find a spot for my title and journaling. And I've got a couple of options here. I don't know for sure which ones I want. The title for this page is just a holiday party. And I thought about putting that title kind of here, overlapping my photo, and journaling right there, but I think I'm gonna have to overlap the photo a little more than I want to. But that's one option. Or putting the title over there is another option. And I think that I like it over here for now, at least. We'll see how things come together. And in my little tray here, I've pulled several embellishments from the Moonstruck collection, and I've also fussy cut several of those flowers from that pattern paper, and I'm going to use these as kind of a base for my embellishment clusters. And to help, the page flow and to help the reader's eye go across the page, I'm going to use a visual triangle. And so I'm thinking that my 3 embellishment clusters are going to go something like this. So I've got 2 over here, and then I'm going to pull it all back together over here. I also wanted to use these gold doilies to kind of anchor these embellishment clusters. So I'm thinking one there. And possibly one there. No, I think actually I'm going to change these 2 things. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere a few of these things down. Okay, so now I have my photos and my ephemera, my menu over here, and my journaling adhered. And so I'm going to start gluing down the base of for my embellishments. And I decided to cut this doily in half just so I could save, that portion for another project. There's no sense in it just being tucked away under the pattern paper. So I'm going to tuck that doily right there. Then I'm going to tuck this flower right. I'm going to there we go. Tuck that right there. And then I think instead of I'm going to put the gold doily here, and I'm actually going to see if I can get away with using just this other half. And I think that I can. Just tuck it right there behind that. And then I'm going to use a little bit of foam adhesive to adhere this flower. Just to give it a little bit of dimension. Everything's feeling a little flat on this project so far. Okay, so we'll put that like that. And then once again, I'm going to use these flowers over here. Make sure there's enough room for my title there. Yep, I think it'll fit just right. Okay, I've pulled a few embellishments here. I love how these 2 die cuts looked layered together. I like the pop of color just behind that die cut that says beautiful. So I was thinking that could kind of go across right there. I like this tag over here, but I want to make sure that you can see as much of that gold doily as we can. Okay, so then I've got this really pretty die cut heart that has some gold, kind of a gold doily embossed on it. I want to add that somewhere along there. What I gotta keep in mind here, I don't know, it's really hard to see on camera, but once again I've got this split where where my two pages separate. That's gonna go right down here. It is gonna cut into my photo just a little bit. I'm not too worried about that. There's nothing important in this side of the photo. But I do need to keep that in mind when I am finding or looking for something to go in this portion. So I'm pretty sure that I want this to go ahead and put this in the right there in that embellishment cluster. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I think I do like that heart there. So I'm going to adhere that there, but I am going to put pop it up on foam. Okay, and then I have this little tag that says happiness is here with you. And I really liked that. I kind of wanted it to overlap on my photo right there. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere or put my title in place. And I am going to use a fine line glue bottle. I have a hard time with these chipboard thickers staying in place. So I'm going to use a little bit extra adhesive. Okay, so now I have my title adhered and I have most of my layout complete. There are just a few finishing touches that I wanted to add. I wanted to add a little bit more sparkle. And so I'm going to take some of these stars from these cork embellishments and just put a few of them in my embellishment clusters. So here I want to add just a few washi stickers, but before I do that I'm going to kind of fill this awkward space here. And I cut just a strip of this same pattern paper, the same height as my journaling block here, and I just want to kind of tuck that under just to fill that gap so that there's not an awkward space right there. So I'm just going to tuck that under because I just want it to be right exactly the same as to match up with my photo and my journaling. Okay, so back to the washi stickers. I'm going to use, of course, this gorgeous floral washi. I'm going to tear it in half there and then tear this other end off just so it's got a torn end on both sides. And I want this to go at the top of my photo, and I kind of want it to have the illusion that it's taping my photo down, but I don't really want anything taped to my photo. So I'm just going to place it kind of like that. And then I want to put one strip kind of down here along the bottom. I'm going to pull in a little bit of this pink and the gold hearts and just put it right here at the bottom of the menu. That's all of the washi stickers. And then they're just these really pretty, they're clear stickers. So I'll add this blue heart. Okay, and then there's this hashtag here that just says hashtag blessed. And I'm going to put that right there. Okay, we're going to finish things up here with a little bit of ink. I just wanted to add the date just here at the bottom of my journaling. And then the last thing I'm going to do is to sprinkle a little bit of ink. I'm going to take some paper towels here and cover my photos because I definitely don't want to get ink on my photos. And just put one here on the edge. I'll kind of scoot this. I've got two spray inks that I'm working with. Okay, so one is navy. It's a navy ink and it's by Heidi Swap. It's a Heidi Swap Color Shine. I just want a few drops of that here on this side. Okay, and the second ink I'm going to sprinkle is just the Gold Lame. It's a Heidi Swap. Okay, and then I'm just going to do the same thing over here on this side. So with that, I think we'll call this one finished. I'm going to show you real quick just how I'm going to cut these apart so that I can put them in separate page protectors. I'm just going to use my paper trimmer here and carefully slide. This is a little bit tricky because I'm trying to keep everything in frame for you so you can see how I do this. And then I'm just going to put that seam, which I know it's hard for you guys to see, just right there. So on the back, I should only be cutting through that washi tape. And with that, this page is finished. So thank you for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I hope that you've enjoyed another double page spread, and I'll see you again soon.